Welcome to Noobs Explain. This episode, we'll be saving the world and curing horrible diseases in this cooperative game by Matt Leacock from Z-Man Games. Join us as we learn to play Pandemic. To set up the game, place the board in the middle of the table and place the disease cubes in piles around the board. Place the outbreak marker at 0 on the outbreak track. Then put the 4 cure markers near the disease spaces on the board. Each player can either select a role and a matching pawn, or roles can be shuffled and dealt out randomly. Each role has a special power that can be a great help during the game. Now shuffle the player cards and deal each player a number of cards depending on the number of players. For example, in a 4-player game, each player will receive 2 cards. Place the infection marker on the leftmost space on the infection track. Shuffle the infection cards and flip over the top 3. Place 3 disease cubes on the indicated color on each of those cities and place those cards face up in the infection discard pile. Then flip the next 3 cards and place 2 disease cubes in each of these cities. Finally, flip over 3 more cards and place 1 disease cube in each city. You will now have 9 cards in the infection discard pile. The remaining cards form the infection deck. Decide what level of game you wish to play by selecting either 4, 5, or 6 epidemic cards. For your first game or two, you should probably play with just 4. Divide the remaining player cards into a number of piles equal to the number of epidemic cards, and then shuffle an epidemic card into each pile. Then stack the piles together and place them on the board. Decide who will play first. It's usually best to formulate a beginning strategy based on the roles each of you has to determine who should go first. You are now ready to begin play.
On each player's turn, you do the following. Take 4 actions, draw 2 player cards, and then infect the cities. The 4 actions can be any combination of the following. Drive or ferry. Move your pawn from one city to the next that are connected by white lines. Direct flight. Discard a card in your hand and fly directly to that city. Charter flight. Discard a city card that matches the city you're currently in to fly to any city on the board. Shuttle flight. Move from a city with a research station to any other city that has a research station on it. Build a research station. Discard a city card matching the city you're in to build a research station on that city. Treat disease. Remove 1 disease cube from the city you're in. If the disease has already been cured, you may remove all disease cubes of 1 color from the city for 1 action. If you manage to take the last cube of a color from the board, then the disease has been cured. You've eradicated the disease. Not likely to happen. Share knowledge. To perform this action, both players must be in the same city. You may either give the city card of the city you are in to the other player, or take that city card from the other player. Discover a cure. If you're in a city with a research station, you may discard 5 cards from your hand of the same color to cure the disease. Move the cure marker to the disease space on the board. If no cubes of that color are left on the board, the disease has been eradicated, and it makes life that much easier.
Event cards are special cards that you might draw from the player pile. These cards may be used during any player's turn and do not count as an action. The player who played the event card has the final say on how it should be used. After you have taken your actions, you must draw 2 cards from the player card deck. At the end of your turn, you will draw a number of cards, 1 at a time, from the infection deck equal to the number indicated by the infection marker. For each card you turn over, you place 1 disease cube of the indicated color on that city. If the indicated disease color has been eradicated, you get a pass and don't have to place any cubes on the board. but good luck getting that to happen. If the city already has 3 cubes on it, do not place a 4th cube. Instead, an outbreak occurs in that city. Now your turn ends. If you have more than 7 cards in your hand, you must play event cards or discard cards until you have only 7 cards. Play then passes to the player to your left.
If an outbreak occurs in a city, instead of placing a 4th cube there, you place a disease cube of that color in each city that is attached to the infected city. Then move the outbreak marker up 1 space. If you pull an epidemic card from the player draw deck, well, you're in for a world of hurt. First, you move the infection track marker 1 space to the right. Next, you pull the bottom card from the infection deck and place 3 disease cubes in that city. Hopefully this won't cause an outbreak. Place the infection card in the discard pile. Finally, shuffle the infection discard pile and place it on top of the infection deck.
There's one way to win the game. Discover a cure for each of the 4 diseases. That's it. No other way out. Fortunately, there are 3 ways to lose the game. If the outbreak marker ever reaches the skull, you lose. If the last cube of any disease is ever placed on the board, you lose. If you try to draw player cards on your turn and there are not enough cards left on the deck, you lose. So, pretty much, be prepared to lose a lot. Thanks for joining us to learn to play Pandemic. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and now Instagram, for more gaming goodies. Until next time, game on.
Oh my gosh.
I got the power! Oh wait, are we rolling?
Yeah.
Of the infected color. Dang it! Oh!
Just blah, 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 blah. From what you're, if no,
Oh, wait. From Zemian Games. Join us as we learn to play. Can you go away?